Your unlimited plan. Staying connected never goes out of style, and we make it easy with a new iPhone 13 for just a penny. Terms and conditions do apply. Visit AppalachianWireless.com for details. We are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
No matter what town or community you live in, there's a Tim Short dealership nearby. That's because our family of dealerships are dedicated to serving the folks throughout Eastern Kentucky. Our employees are your friends and neighbors, helping to support the local economy and provide safe and affordable transportation to everyone that shops the family of Tim Short dealerships. Our entire inventory can be found with a click of a button at timshortautogroup.com. Visit us online and join the thousands of customers that took the short drive to satisfaction today.
Hi, I'm attorney David Johnson. You may recognize me from some of our other ads, but injuries from an auto accident are no joking matter. With over 25 years of experience, our offices have the resources and expertise to go head to head with big insurance. While most of our cases get resolved without going to court, trust me, they know if the attorney you choose will take it this far. Either way, our clients get paid. So for all your legal needs, get the pros on your side.
Good evening, volleyball fans, and welcome to Knott County Central High School and the Morton Combs Athletic Complex as we have 14th Region and 53rd District action between the Knott County Central Lady Patriots, 12-4 on the season, and they will host the Letcher County Central Cougars, who are also 12-4. Coming into this game, first matchup between these two tonight. This is, of course, Manus Blair, and I'm joined by Letcher and Letcher Central legend once again, Betty Vun Cottle. Betty Vun, we've watched the JV match, and now we're ready for varsity action.
We are, and you know, 12-4. They're both 12-4, but these are two very good teams and very good coach teams.
Yeah, and of course, since you mentioned the coaches, Shay Cornett for Knott County Central and Taylor Van Hoos and it's their first year at Letcher County Central, and both are having good years. Knott Central, of course, is dealing with a little bit of an injury bug. Of course, when we were here last time, Faith Pollard and Taylor Shea Baker both were injured. Faith Pollard is back. Taylor might be back in the next little bit, and prayers for her to get better. Letcher Central, like we mentioned, 12-4 on the season. Got defeated just recently in the finals of the 2A sectional by Floyd Central at Floyd Central. Knott County Central picked up the 14th Region All-A Classic Championship at Jackson City by defeating Leslie County. So they will be going to Elizabethtown on the 20th and 21st. Both
we
teams
want to wish them good luck.
Oh, yeah. And we talked to Principal Bobby Pollard, and, anybody that can help them out on their trip down to E-Town. It takes a lot of money to take a bunch of girls, as you well know, and the bus transportation, the eating, and all that stuff. Even though it's pretty much a 2-day event, it still takes money. So, Betty Vun, what do you expect tonight? Out of Knott County Central and Letcher Central, you've played many a matchup between these two. You've been a part of.
I know. I didn't even realize that till you'd mentioned that a while ago. I'm telling you, when you're coaching, you don't even go back. That's not even something you're worried about. Is how many times you beat this team just during that season.
Yeah. It's that old classic cliche, play one game at a time,
exactly.
One match at a time, 1 point at a time.
But, no, it'll be a lot of net play. And just like we talked before, if you don't have somebody that can block Pollard and make her get out of her game rhythm, it's going to be hard to beat Knott County.
Well,
they don't just have her, but she's the,
Yeah,
she's the big hitter that you have to make her, get in her mind and make her do something else with the ball.
And, I talked to Mr. Pollard about how her rhythm and everything after coming off the injury. And, he looked like she was doing well and everything. But, when you talk about a blocker, then you've got to look at Letcher Central, and you're looking at Calissa Lowe, she has to have that tonight, and she has to be that middle blocker that's going to go up against Faith Pollard. And a lot of times just one, as you well know, doesn't do it. You have to double her and make the setter, who is Ellie Miller, go to someone else.
Exactly.
And that's where Waddell, her sister, comes in, Zoe Miller, and also Samara Bailey, who transferred from Letcher Central to Knott Central. So those people, and I dare say that I shouldn't leave out Acacia Bentley.
Exactly.
Because she can put it down too, as that middle, as she hits the ball right here in the warm-ups. So it's going to be the net play. And then when you're looking at Letcher Central, you're looking at Hannah Eldridge, who has 118 kills on the season so far. She has to be the one that puts it down on the outside, as well as Calissa Lowe in that middle area. So it comes down to the setters and getting that ball in rhythm to that setter. And, of course, the setter for Letcher County Central, of course, is Amelia Lucas, and she comes in with 344 assists, which is a lot of assists. Vance.
Yes. Well, and then you also have, and Amelia is Letcher County Central setter all the way around. And then you come over here to Knott County, they have.
So tell us what that would be. What's that called? They
have a 5-1. Letcher County Central is going to run a 5-1, and Knott County Central is going to run a 4-2. They're going to have 4 hitters and 2 setters. And you have Ellie and Zoe, who are, let me tell you, Ellie was grown up to be a setter. She is a born setter.
Yeah.
Both her and Amelia have great hands. But you're right. I think the ball is going to be laid in these setters' hands to determine. And whoever can pass the ball to that setter the best is going to have. You got to hit the ball. These 2 teams cannot free ball with each other.
Between the Miller girls, they have 476 assists so far in the season. So you're going to see, and if you don't know their numbers, Ellie Miller is number 35, and Zoe Miller is number 5. So those are the people on the Knott County side that's going to put the ball in action. Now, when you have one setter and you're in the back, how hard is that for Amelia to get to the front row when she's serving the volleyball?
Actually, it's not, because will not go completely to the front. Usually they go to the 3-meter line. And you know yourself, after you've run that for a while and you get used to it, she figures out how she's going to serve to give her a chance to get up there. And then her teammates have to be ready to cover that spot when she leaves that serving box. Because a lot of teams, and you will see this as they play, as both of these teams get out of this region and start playing, some teams will shoot it right back to that, they'll shoot it right back to your server because they know that server is going to the front.
Yeah. Okay. And, once again, for the viewers out there, if you got a question, and always leave it, and if we don't get to it on this telecast, we'll get it on the next telecast. And I think we're going to take a break. I think we're going to have the announcement of the players, and then we're going to have the national anthem. And when we do, we'll have this big-time 53rd District matchup between the Letcher County Central Lady Cougars and the Knott County Central Lady Patriots. Stay with us.
Home sweet home. At First Federal Savings and Loan of Hazard, we've been providing our friends and neighbors the sweet dream of homeownership since 1960. We're proud to support the community we work and live in. That's why we take so much pride in providing competitive rates, low closing costs, and quick turnaround by local decision makers. Investing and growing our community is what we do. At First Federal Savings and Loan of Hazard, we believe that there's no place like our home. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Just want to watch the game.
Dad, turn on the ceiling fan. Use the gray remote. Hit power, then input.
It's not working.
That's the silver one.
It might be difficult to understand what all the remotes on your coffee table do. But with a Kentucky Farm Bureau agent in every county, at least it's easy to get great insurance. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
Next time, I'll just go to the game.
A lot has changed in 100 years. We've gone from the Model T to the electric car, from silent film to home theaters, and from the telegram to the iPhone. And through it all, People's Bank and Trust of Hazard has been there for local people. From paper checks to debit cards, from wire transfers to online banking, People's Bank has maintained a tradition of service while embracing the future for your financial needs. Celebrating a century of service to the mountains. People's Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
Before we get started,
Welcome back to the Knott. I had my headphone off there for just a second as the national anthem was being played, and you will hear PA announcer Drum Thornsbury, and it looks like that Faith Pollard, and I did not catch that. I don't know if that was her 1,000th kill. I believe it was. If not, we'll figure that one out and see. But Faith has had a very good senior, and there is Ellie Miller with an award, and I did not hear that one either, but I think she got her 500th assist the last time we were here, so maybe that's the balls in which they're receiving.
And now we're ready for the best volleyball.
Two outstanding seniors for the Lady Patriots. And once again, in mentioning the Lady Patriots will play the 20th. They will play in Pool C at Elizabethtown, and they will be in the pool with Monroe County, Kentucky Country Day, and Williamsburg. And then based upon that, they will play in the championship or the bronze backbreak.
Manus, I want to bring something up that we sort of left out is how important these liberos are going to be in this game tonight. I mean, people have to understand these liberos have to come in at very tense times, and they've got to play. They have to play.
And that's for Letcher Central. That is Piper Adams. And for Knott County Central, that is
Sydney Stidham.
Sydney Stidham, and then we also saw last time, and Avery Sluss came in as a libero too. So a vital, important part, and yes, we definitely need to mention that. Those people take over, and usually they're the most aggressive player on the floor, and they have to be.
Yes.
And so not to slight them any whatsoever. Tonight's officials will be Mr. Robert Paddock and Mr. Greg Napier of Hazard radio fame down there. I listen to his radio a pretty good amount on Sunday night when he has his show. So two good officials for tonight's game, and as we're sitting here, we've got 300 or 400 people at least in the bleachers, and more people are coming in as they announce all the players.
And you know, when it comes to this game right here, you can throw your records.
Oh yeah.
You throw everything out because these two teams, when they meet, they're going to play.
And, you know, we were going over the history, which, you know, we talked about just a little bit. And, you know, when you're looking at the history of volleyball between these two teams since Letcher Central became, Letcher Central won the first 32. That was hard for me to believe when I looked at that. But in the last 15 meetings, Knott County Central holds the edge 9-6. And last year, Knott County Central won all three matches. So Letcher Central trying to get back into that number 1, number 2, number 3 area in the region, and I believe they're close to that. I believe right now Knott Central, I believe they're on that pedestal, and everyone else is trying to knock them off. Mentioning Wolfe County earlier, didn't know that Naomi Noble had been injured, and our thoughts and prayers from the Hometown 24 group goes out to Naomi Noble and hope she recovers well. And I'll check on her through Mr. Creech and see what's going on down there. But we just got word of that.
Yeah, you hate to see these young athletes get hurt.
Yes, definitely. And, you know, just like Taylor Shea Baker, we want her to get healed quickly.
Right.
But don't rush it.
Right.
Don't rush it. And so Letcher Central will start serving And, of course, the person who will be starting to serve will be Amelia Lucas. And she has 78 aces on the season, so that's number one in her area. So here we go, Betts. And that's going to be point, Knott Central. So service error to start off, and you can expect the adrenaline's flowing down there on that floor.
Now you have Acacia Bentley from Knott County serving.
Nice set and low block by Pollard, and it's going to be point, Patriots. So nice start by the Patriots, and of course Acacia Bentley has 32 aces on the season, and she is second on the team. Hits the net, and that's going to be an ace and a point for Knott Central as they get off to a good start.
And these teams have to work on playing a block ball. I mean, it's blocked, but you can't just, you got to play.
And that's going to go long for the service error. Point, Letcher Central. 3-1 Knott Central, and going back to serve will be Miss Hannah Eldridge for the Lady Cougars. Jump serve, and Bentley with the up. Miller gets it over. Goes through, and that is going to be in for the kill, and that, of course, was number 17, Ebony Pack. Ebony is a freshman. So, point, Letcher Central, 2-3.
And Hannah Eldridge has 43 aces on the year.
Yep. Nice serve. Miller comes back, and it's going to be blocked across by Pack. Lewis back set, and that's going to be down, and that's going to be a point. And that was Napier. So that ties it up 3-3. Point, Letcher Central. Float serve to Miller. Miller across, and it's going to be short. And it was blocked, says official Paddock. And nice up. Miller over to Miller. Nice up. Lewis over to Pack. Pack off of Bentley, and that's going to be a point. Letcher Central, 4-3.
You see how easy that these two Libros, Piper and Sydney, make these hits? I mean, they make it look so easy, and what they're digging up is far from being easy.
Yeah. Nice serve, and there's the up. Nice job. And it's going to net ball. Gets it across. Pack will bump it across. Free ball for Knott County Central. Goes to Pollard, and it's off of Adams and point. Knott County Central, 4-4.
Yes, Piper was there. She just swung.
Yeah.
When it's coming to you, you just got to let it
no
hit you.
block on Pollard that time. Nice up. Goes back to Lolo over top of the block of Pollard. Miller over to Waddell off of Eldridge, and it's going to be point. Patriots. You see Miller moving the ball around Betty Vaughn.
That's what I said. She's very smart. Both of these setters are very, very smart. They're going to move this ball to make this defense play.
Pack off the net. Miller cross to Waddell, and it's going to be off the touch. Point. Knott County Central, 6-4.
Waddell's got some movement on that ball.
Waddell is one that we did not mention, and we don't mean to slide her because she does an outstanding job on the outside of hitting the volleyball. See them nice serve. Pack across to Pollard off the block, off the touch, point. Knott County Central, 7-4.
And let's be, to me, neither of these teams is going to have somebody that's going to hit 10,000 kills because they have more than just one hitter.
You're exactly
so they're
right.
going to. This ball is going to be moved, and everybody's going to get a chance to hit the ball.
And
you know, it's not. You have some teams that have one or two hitters. Both of these teams have several good hitters they can use. and they can go to.
So that the setter's got to utilize
Exactly.
all those. 8-4, and that's going to be a service error, and that's going to be a point for Letcher Central. 8-5 Knott County Central, and Lowe will go back to serve, and she has 59 aces on the season. Miller to Miller, and Miller will have to hit it across. Free ball. Napier calls. Cross, and that's going to be off the block of Pollard. Nice call by Miller. Waddell bumps it across. That was close to going out. Nice get. Pack, and it's going to be a block, and that's going to go out of bounds. Point, Letcher Central.
You notice right now, Knott County is just single blocking.
So how did you play into that strategy when you single block? And that is in. That's a service ace for Lowe. 7-8. So how do you play that? If you see that as a coach and you see single blocking and I've got 3 good hitters, how do I approach that?
Well, you make that blocker move, but then your sitters have to push this ball and left to right to get it around her to move this. They've got to make their defense move and do something they're not used to doing.
And Miller with a nice over top of the double block for.
So Miller
point.
goes out and Big Samara Bailey comes in, and Big Samara Bailey has nothing. I'm not talking about weight. I'm talking about height.
Yeah, she's big. And she drinks plenty of water, as my brother Maynard Blair would say.
You take out a 5'7" or 5'8" and bring in a 6'2".
Yes.
That's
nice
like basketball.
Yep. Adams up to Napier, and that's going to be blocked by Pollard straight down, and that is a point for Knott Central, 11-7. As I see that Tiara Bailey has come in for Letcher Central on the front.
So that's sister on sister. This should be nice. Wouldn't you like to go home after this ball game with them?
Oh, no. And that's going to be, doesn't cross, and that's going to be point for Knott County Central, 12-7. Both of those girls have stayed with me before, so I know what it is. And a cross is Pollard's not ready for it, but she goes up back to her, overpass, and that's going to be down for the point, 13-7. And that's going to be a timeout for Letcher Central, 13-7 Knott Central, and we'll take 30 seconds, and we'll be right back.
TVS Cable has everything you need to stay entertained. Video services with all your favorite channels and local sports on Hometown 24. Ask about digital voice service for home and business. High-speed internet so you never fall behind in a game. There's something for all ages. We've got you covered. Sit back and enjoy everything TVS has to offer. Stay connected with TVS.
And welcome back to the campus of Knott County Central High School, BB King Court. 13-7 as Letcher Central calls a timeout to try to stem the tide here, Betty Vaughn.
Exactly. But Letcher County Central they've got to keep the ball on their side and get hits as much as possible, and they've got to they have to make Knott County set the ball.
And miss hit that time, and that's going to be a point. So the timeout worked.
It did.
And when you say hit the ball, does that mean with, are you
I'm not even talking about force. I'm talking about they've got to make somebody else beside. Yeah.
Okay.
And they've got to, yes, they have to make somebody besides Pollard hit the ball.
So Stidham bumps it across. Free play this time in
system.
Nice
call by Piper.
And there's Pack, and that's exactly what you do with that free ball.
Exactly. That's what I said. These two teams cannot free ball.
And that's a point for Letcher Central, 13-9.
When you have good passers and good hitters, you've got to use them every time you can.
Failed to mention it's Madison Napier serving for Letcher Central. As Bailey will bump it across. Adams cross to Pack, and it's off the block, and that's going to be a point. Letcher Central. So
Pack
gained
is doing
a little momentum.
Yep. Pack's doing a nice job bringing it down this line. That's the weakest spot on defense.
Nice up to Miller. Miller across, and it's going to be out. Point Letcher Central.
It's 13-11. Knott's ahead. And
so how do you adjust that? If you're hitting down the line, do you bring your blocker over and make them hit to the middle?
You've got to, and that middle's, they have to adjust their defense to help out.
And it's going to be an illegal contact on Knott County Central. Point will go to Letcher Central. So after the timeout, a 5-0 run.
She caught it in time and motivated her kids to play.
Back set, and it's going to go over, but it's called a double contact or illegal hit, and it's going to be tied up now as Letcher Central scores the point, 13-13. Overpass, nice job. Pollard with a hit, but that was a nice job of Zoe Miller not getting in the net. Point, Lady Patriots. As Pollard will go out, and in will come. I don't have. I need to find out, and that's going to be served long. Number 4, I've got, that's Taylor Baker. That's not Taylor Baker.
No,
so
that's
we'll have to
unless
check.
she's shrunk a lot.
That's
so you have Pack up to serve. Nice up
serve.
by Bentley.
Close to the net, double block. She goes over top of it. Lewis comes over to Eldridge, and that's going to be point. Letcher Central, 15-14. Letcher Central.
I see that Letcher Central has worked on that defense behind these blockers. If you remember the last time, they had a hard time with that.
Yep. Pack, nice knuckleball serve. Nice up by Stidham. Goes to Bentley, and it doesn't cross. Point, Letcher Central. Coach Cornett saying, let's go, girls. Let's go. Pack will serve once again. Nice serve. Miller to Bailey, and it's going to be off. Bailey, somebody thought there was a net play, but no net. Was asking about it, Coach Van Hoos, and they said there was no net. Point goes to the Patriots, and Waddell will go back to serve for them.
It's 15-16, Letcher County Central. Nice up by Madison.
Goes to Bailey off the block, and that's going to be a point. Letcher Central, 17-15, as Lowe will come in for Bailey.
You can already see what a difference these two liberos are making. Sydney has made some excellent passes over here.
Bailey over top of the block,
nice
and
play.
it's going to be point. Adams unable to get to it, tried to pancake it up as Miller will come in for Bailey. And Miller, as the captain, will go over and say something to the up official. Of course, they're the only ones that can speak to them. And Miller will go back to serve. Nice knuckleball serve. Good call. Lowe tries to angle it across. Bentley, and it is out. And that's going to be point. Letcher Central. Didn't miss my bunch.
It didn't. Hey, both teams are hitting the ball.
Bentley, a nice two-sport athlete, plays basketball for the Lady Patriots. And we'll start all over with the serve, and that's a service error that time. I think she had a one to start the game off.
She did, and usually she's a very consistent server. That's why she serves first.
And Baker, failed to mention Baker's in the game for the Lady Pats. Lewis goes to Lowe off of Stidham. Point, Letcher Central, 19-17.
That's the same thing. Knott County's, they have to have somebody that's going to put a hand. They got to get a hand on the ball.
And right now, that was a one blocker, and she went over top of Miller on the block. As Eldridge will serve for the Lady Cougars. And a service error. 19-18. Letcher Central. Waddell back in as Baker will go out of the game. Stidham will serve. Goes across the pack, and nice job once again. There's your libero. And Pack off of Pollard's block, and it is point. Letcher Central, 2018.
Let me tell you, Pack is eating this line up.
Yep, she's going right
these
off.
These blockers, they're going to have to come. They have to face-to-face block her.
Yep.
And they've got to make her turn this ball to the middle of the floor.
Nice up that time by Eldridge as Pack hits it long, and that's going to be a point for Knott County Central. Nice job by Zoe Miller. 2019 Lady Cougars as Bailey will come in for Miller. (13-6) run by the Lady Cougars.
Nice up by Amelia.
Free ball.
But it was a nice free ball. It was deep, making them handle the basket, making them handle the ball.
That's off the touch, and that's going to be a point as Pollard puts it down, 20-20. I feel the tension.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm up here.
It's in the air.
Big game, a big good set to start off with here. Whoever wins this first set. Overpass, and Pollard, as the official says, she had the right to hit that one. And that was the correct call, 21-20, Lady Pats. Jump serve. Adams with
nice
up. Goes to Bailey. Bailey cuts it back to Bentley. Bentley up to Pollard in the front and off with a touch, and it's 22-20. And, you know, I saw this the last 2 or 3 games that I saw the Lady Patriots play. They get down, and then all the hitters as they rotate. It's really tough to slow down their train sometimes. Adams with a nice up. Goes to Pack over off of Pollard for the point. Big play, 22-21, Lady Patriots. As Napier will go back to serve.
Nice up.
Waddell, nice job. To Pollard, and that was out. And that's going to be a point for Letcher Central. Nice idea. She had the angle there. It wasn't out by much. And it's going to be a timeout by Knott County Central, and it's 22-22, set 1, and stay with us.
Since 1962, Citizens Bank and Trust of Jackson has been proud to serve the community. They care about the people of Breathitt County and are the only locally owned bank in the community. With 2 branches in Jackson and 1 in Beattyville, they're never too far away when you need them. And with the latest innovations in banking, keeping track of your finances has never been easier. Helping to grow Breathitt County as leaders for over 60 years. That's Citizens Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Welcome back to Knott County Central High School as we're in a critical junction of set 1, 22-22. Letcher Central will have the serve. Knott County Central coming out of the timeout as Coach Cornett trying to freeze the server here and give a little instruction to her players.
And both of these teams are leaving it on the floor right now. Nice up by Bentley.
Back set. Nice. Nice job by Adams. Couldn't control it, but knew exactly where they were going
she
with
was
it
playing
that time.
It. And she's only an 8th grader.
Nice job. 7th grader.
7th grader. You call her Adams, I call her Piper.
Nice up. Back set to Pack, and it's going to go long. And that's going to bring up set point, 24-22.
I don't think a lot of people understand how important it is to get a good first hit. It makes everything go in line.
Everything has to be within that system.
Right.
And there it is. And that's going to be a double contact, and that's going to end set number 1 as the Patriots come back. 25-22 in set number 1, and we'll be right back with set number 2. Stay with us.
In Kentucky, we understand what matters: family, friends, community. but sometimes we hurt. At Mountain Comprehensive Care Center, we believe in hope, and Mountain's behavioral health professionals want to be there for you every step of the way. Together, we can overcome the challenges of depression, PTSD, addiction, and so much more. With behavioral health centers throughout Kentucky, your story of recovery begins at Mountain Comprehensive Care Center.
This is the 4th app. I don't remember any of these passwords.
With so many subscriptions, it can be impossible to keep up.
Who said that?
Don't worry about who I am. Worry about all the money you're losing paying for all these subscriptions.
I have to use like 13 to watch all the shows I want to watch.
Then sign up for TVS. With TVS, you have all your favorite shows with just one bill. So stop throwing away money and throw away those subscriptions.
Magellan, what should we do with all this money we save by switching to TVS?
No one likes an uninvited guest, especially when that guest is a potentially dangerous pest. So call Bluegrass Pest Management and let the pros take care of your problem. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years, providing much-needed jobs to local people. With 3 locations in Hazard, London, and Hindman, they treat rats, mice, roaches, bed bugs, termites, and many more. Open Monday through Friday and now servicing all of Kentucky. Say goodbye to your uninvited guests today. Call Bluegrass Pest Management.
If you're looking for a convenient pharmacy location with a friendly, caring staff, look no further than Hindman Pharmacy, located inside the new Hindman Primary Care Center. Our pharmacy is open Monday through Friday from 8:30 to 6:30, but always stays open until the last patient is seen. Whether you need to pick up your refills in our drive-thru, need a flavored medicine for your little ones, or something to feel better after a visit to the clinic, the Hindman Pharmacy inside Primary Care has got you covered. Located at 425 Hindman Bypass. Call the Hindman Pharmacy at 785-0513.
Welcome back after the first set. Knott County Central winning 25-22 in the first set. Want to mention that Avery Sluss, who ended up serving that out as his number 4, as our man of all kinds of things. Josh Cornett points it out for us, so I apologize to Avery. She is number 4 and did a nice job serving out the first set. As we go into the second set,
we'll start out with Knott County, and you have Bentley. We'll start serving.
Yeah, it looks like Stidham, Ellie Miller, Pollard, Zoe Miller, and Kinley Baker. I'm sorry, Kinley. Overpass, and nice job that time by Lewis. And nice job by Adams. Over top, blocked by Pollard. Middle and blocked by Lowe on Pollard, and that's a point. Letcher Central.
That was a good set by Ellie, but it was a little low for Pollard.
Yeah, a little bit low, a little bit too close to the net, which allowed Lowe to be able to be right on it.
And then, like I said, both of these teams are going to play the net, so.
Right, it's hard to draw that thing from close in. But there, she's got the room that time, and she was able to hit over top of the block. Did Pollard. Point. Lady Patriots, 1-1. And when you say they're giving it all, we're going to have to get some towels if this goes into the 3rd, 4th, and 5th set here, because they're going to need it. Nice up. Pack comes to Napier, and it's not going to be cross. So that's a point. Lady Patriots.
You know, both of these coaches has to have faith in their blockers to single block each other.
Short set, and somebody looked like they were in the net. No net call, and it was out of bounds. And that would go point. Lady Patriots, 3-1. Now, mind you, I am sitting way up here, so if I say something like that, the officials are right on that. So not question them. I might be questioning my vision.
It's okay.
Bentley, nice up to Miller. Short set to Pollard, straight down. Point, Lady Patriots, 4-1.
And honestly, Letcher Central was playing good defense. She just brought that ball straight down on the 3-meter line. Everybody was backing each other.
I mean, had the angle a little bit. She did hit it straight, and that's going to be long, and that's going to be a point for the Lady Cougars. 4-2, Lady Pats. So do you quit serving to the libero when, you know, she's constantly getting that ball up to the setter? Do you pick someone else out?
Minus, when we coached before the game, we always picked the best player out because we knew that's who we were going to serve to. Yep. It's like the ball had a magnet. You know, we did not want them to get the ball, but it seems like that's what we did.
Yeah. And Lowe knocks it down after she had the nice block. Point, Lady Cougars.
But yes, you're right. You won't, and honestly, there were times that we hit the ball.
So do you hide it behind that clipboard and
yes.
say?
And we actually would hit it to the setter to get them out of the game.
Yeah. Nice job. Lowe bumps it over and here goes Miller. Back to Miller, and she does a nice job of hitting that off of the blocker. Point, Lady Patriots. Sometimes it's better to be, what's the word, sly as a fox?
Yeah, because, she knew she couldn't get anything on that, so she just hit it right around their forearms, so it had to drop straight down.
Yes. Adams did a nice job. Lowe with his nice swing.
That was a nice shot.
Nice block by Lowe off of Bailey, and it's point, Letcher Central. As Bailey will come in for Adams. Adams, a lot of energy. All these girls playing with, as Betty Vaughn said, a lot of energy, and that is out, and that's going to be point, Lady Pats. And Sluss will go back to serve, taking out Pollard.
And, you know, you hear, and this is the bad part, I want my kid to start, but you realize that these little Libros probably get more playing time than anybody.
And right into it. Oh, it didn't cross.
They come out like one dead ball, and they're back in for somebody. And they come out dead ball, and they're back in for somebody.
Nice attempt by Bailey. She had the cut shot. It just didn't cross. Point, Lady Pats, 7-4. And, of course, Sluss has come in and really served the volleyball well. And there she is with the dig. Waddell hits, and it's out. No touch. I think Napier tried to touch it. And,
right.
So point, Letcher Central. And it's going to be Napier will go back to serve.
Yeah, Waddell just needs to hang back a little bit longer. She's hitting the ball behind her head.
Miller to Waddell. There she is off the block. Bailey with the up to Bentley. Bentley off, and I believe it was a touch. Yes, it was. Blocker, and I'm not sure. I think it was Pack touched it, and that's going to be a point for the Lady Pats. As Baker and Pollard will come back in, and Waddell will serve.
Serving will be Waddell.
I love a game like this with all the. This net's going to be 8 alive tonight.
Going to have to be repaired.
Could be.
Waddell to Miller, short set to Bentley, and it's going to be in. Point, Lady Patriots. No. Oh, it was called out. I'm sorry.
We miss one every once in a while.
I misread that. So point, Cougars. Pollard might have got away with the illegal contact. She says, my bad.
Well, now remember, first hit's basically anything you want to do with it.
I know, but
I know.
I just can't get over that, Betty. I've been watching volleyball too long in my lifetime.
I know.
Thanks for correcting me.
It's okay.
Pack with a nice knuckle. Stidham with a nice up. Bailey over top. Pack gets it up. Adams to Eldridge.
Smart play by Eldridge just to get the ball around that pole and in.
Nice cut shot by Baker. Nice up by Adams. And off the block by Eldridge, and it's going to be point, Letcher Central. Both these teams are playing smart, baby.
They are.
This is a well-executed, a well-played game. So if you're sitting there at home, if you get an opportunity to come out and watch these at either one of their places, please do so. Miller back set for Bentley. Pack with it up to Adams. Eldridge trying to dink it, and it did not cross, so it's point, the Lady Patriots. And it will be 9-9 as Miller will go back to serve. Knuckleball to Napier.
Nice up.
Yes. Back set to Bailey. Short set to Bentley. Nice job by Adams. Good communication by both teams. Bentley hard, man, that was hit hard. Point.
But look, man, you have an 8th grader that's standing there taking those shots.
Oh, yeah.
And getting back up.
And not being apologetic. Saying
yeah. Nice up. I like these first passes are good passes. It's giving these setters a chance to do what they want to. They can execute their offense.
And you saw that Eldridge did so, even with 2 blockers, was able to, with a good set. So point, and it goes back to a tie 10-10 game.
We always coach first pass is the most important pass.
Yes. And Adams will serve. Bentley over top of the block, and it's in, and that's going to be a point. Bentley will go back to serve.
It's 11-10 Knott County with Bentley serving from Knott County.
Nice over top. Over past Stidham to Miller. Short set. And that's down by Pollard. 12-10 Patriots. And that was close, but they played it, and it's out. 13-10. I think Napier said, I think he was out. I just couldn't play off of it.
Right.
It's hard to do it.
It was there.
Yeah. And over top of the block, nice job by Miller stepping in, goes to Pollard. Nobody there, and Pollard puts it down, 14-10.
And this is the thing, you have 2 veteran setters that's going to make their teammates look good.
Yeah.
On a good night or a bad night. These setters right here, they they're like the backbone. They can make you look good or make you look bad.
And like I mentioned last time we did a game, they're the point guard of the volleyball
Exactly.
team. Nice overspin, and she gets the row. Bentley, 5-0 run by Bentley, 15-10. Lady Patriots.
Nice up by Adams, nice set.
And nice down by Lowe. Close for Van Hoos. Thought about probably calling a timeout of another point there. So 15-11.
You have
Lady
to give it
Patriots.
to Lowe. She gets up pretty good too.
Oh, she's got good
Pollard
length.
Yes, Pollard was
good
there
length.
and she still hit down.
Yes. Miller to Pollard. Off the block, into the net. And
nice
play, and it's out.
But that was still
Nice
nice.
whistle.
Yes.
Point. Lady Patriots, 16-11.
Patience with that ball and it come out of that net.
Oh, yes. Waddell comes in for Baker as Stidham will serve. And somebody hollered out, and Adams hit. I don't know who hollered out, but I think it was the bench down there. 17-11.
And these young girls need to watch how even when these experienced older girls hits this ball sideways, it takes off. 1 out of 10 you're going to hit forward.
Yep.
That's a hard ball to play.
Did not cross, and that's 4, and the point will go to Letcher Central, 17-12.
I still think they're setting Pollard a little low. They need to let her go get it. Let her use that wingspan she
and have
has.
athleticism.
Exactly.
That she has, yes. Eldridge, nice serve. Free ball coming for Letcher Central as Pack off the block of Pollard, and it's going to be point. Letcher Central.
I think they're going to have to. Pollard's going to have to. She's going to have to face Pack because Pack's pulling this ball, and when Pollard's going sideways, it's knocking the ball sideways. Just with her hands.
Yeah. And free ball here. See if Letcher Central can do something with it. Goes to Lowe. Nice job by Bentley. Over quick on the 2 by Pollard. And that's going to be is that a back row attack? Is that what they call? What? Back row attack?
Yes.
So we may need to discuss. That's our first time we've had a back row attack. I really didn't see what occurred. I guess I was looking off the ball.
Serving will be Zoe Miller.
And that's a point for the Lady Patriots, 18-13. Nice up by Adams. Back set to Lowe, and it's going to be off of Pollard. Point, Letcher Central. So how's the ways you can get a back row attack? What's the...
If you get in front, if you're in front of the 3-meter line and you jump above the net, it is a back row attack from the back row player.
Lowe with a nice serve to hit the net. Nice call by Eldridge to Pack.
Smart play by Pack, just getting the ball in.
Nice job. Nice up by Eldridge, who saves it.
Oh, look at
Free ball to Knott Central. Pollard with it going down. That's just a crushing blow after
it is.
Letcher Central.
After they played that hard.
Yes.
Exactly. But it was a good volley by both teams.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to see these hitters are going to pull out every kind of hit and tip and tap that they have.
19-14, Knott County Central as Sluss will serve. And point Letcher Central. 19-15 as Napier will go back to serve.
Serving will be Madison Napier.
To Bentley. Over top as Pack picks it up. Bailey will boot it over.
Nice free ball. Bailey puts it in the back, gives her team a chance to get ready for defense.
And
I just love the hustle. These girls are, like I said, they're going after the ball.
And Bentley off the block. Nice up by Adams. Goes to Pack. Pack cuts it down. And it went around, so that's going to be a point. That's going to be a point for Knott Central, 20-15. And remember, the last time the Letcher Central made that go, it was with Napier serving in this same arrangement.
Yes, exactly.
So that hurts Letcher County Central as Waddell will serve.
It's 20-15 Knott County Central. See, that's a nice free ball. It's high and in the back. Gives her team a chance to get their defense set back up. Nice up by Eldridge. You notice where that setter is that she's right toward the middle of the floor. Because she actually has to get back and play defense on the opposite side if the ball is opposite her.
Right, and several times she's ran over someone to get that second ball.
Exactly.
In other words, get out of my way.
Exactly.
2016, Knott County Central as Pack will serve. And it's service error, 21-16.
You have Miller coming in for Bailey.
Ellie Miller will serve.
Nice serve.
Nice up by Napier.
Kind of trying to catch him off guard here as Miller. Nice job of Pack.
Yeah.
Both teams a little bit out of system here. Eldridge off the block and redirection. Nice hustle. Point, Letcher Central.
And you notice that Letcher Central, if Amelia, their setter, gets the first ball, their libero, Piper Adams, gets the second ball. She becomes their setter.
Yes.
So everybody does that different. We always ran our middle as our middle was our next setter.
And that was around the pylon or whatever. I said I was going to look that up, didn't I?
You did.
I failed to do that. I'll put that in my notes. 21-18 is Bentley off the block. Nice up by, and Adams over. So here we go. Bentley again, and it is out of bounds. They were asking for a touch, but nobody says it was a touch. So it's point.
19-21.
We are not actually looking straight down the net, by the way, either. We're a little bit to the left here of your viewing dial. Miller, nice cut, and she's going to score the point.
Yes. Sometimes that little off speed will score.
Throws you off kilter.
Because everybody's waiting on that kill shot now.
22-19 as Bentley will go back to serve. Nice. Low, and it is out. Barely out.
Yes, 23-19, Knott County Central.
And
that ball barely missed the line.
Both lines people have done a really good job tonight. It's a really hard job.
Yes. That's what I was talking about right there.
Yep.
Ellie just being smart to figure out where that hole was at. And Letcher Central, I believe it was Napier.
Off the block, and it'll be set point for Knott County Central, 24-19.
And now Letchers went to trying to double block, which, I mean, you have to with Pollard.
Got to get those hands forward.
You do. When she swings, you got to go get it and push it to her.
Low.
Nice shot by
That was
Lowe.
really tough.
Yes.
And she scored the point, and it's 24-20. Still set point for Knott County Central.
I like these big hitters are going after each other. They're not trying to veer away. They're going.
Bentley to Miller, over to Pollard, and that's going to end set number 2 as Knott Central goes to 2-0 and sets 25-20. And when we come back, we'll go to set 3, so stay with us.
If you're looking for a convenient pharmacy location with a friendly, caring staff, look no further than Heinemann Pharmacy, located inside the new Heinemann Primary Care Center. Our pharmacy is open Monday through Friday from 8:30 to 6:30, but always stays open until the last patient is seen. Whether you need to pick up your refills in our drive-thru, need a favorite medicine for your little ones, or something to feel better after a visit to the clinic, the Heinemann Pharmacy inside Primary Care has got you covered. Located at 425 Heinemann Bypass. Call the Heinemann Pharmacy at 785-0513.
Great communities attract talented people to live, work, and raise their families. We're committed to delivering future-proof broadband so our friends, families, and neighbors can live rich lives in smart rural communities across America. Your community is our community. We're your rural broadband partners. You do great things. We make great things possible.
Nestled in the mountains of Appalachia, along the Purpose Road, is a hidden gem, Alice Lloyd College. For 100 years, ALC has been providing opportunities.
Opportunity to learn from the best.
Opportunity to work for my education.
Opportunity to serve my community.
Opportunity to become a leader.
Opportunity to find my life's purpose.
Apply now to find your purpose at Alice Lloyd College.
What keeps you going? Your love for the game? Your teammates? A victory? At ARH Orthopedics, our goal is to keep you pain-free so your body can keep going. There's no time for discomfort in your joints or ligaments caused by an injury. ARH Orthopedic providers specialize in treatment plans, from non-surgical and surgical options, so your care is entirely centered around you. Visit arh.org/ortho to find an orthopedic provider near you. ARH, more for Appalachia.
I got you.
Welcome back to Knott County Central, and when you're looking out, it's Letcher Central. Got to come up with 3 straight.
They do.
Got to come up with 3 straight. Playing excellent, playing a wonderful game. Both teams.
Yeah, I told you before. What did I say before the game? Both teams are excellent coached.
Ebb and flow, back and forth.
Yeah, and it's just you make a little error and give the other. You can't give the other 2 or 3 point advantage in this team is a lot.
And when you're looking at different things, as I drop my paper clip, anything is possible with the ebb and flow of this game. When you're looking at Letcher Central, of course they are young, but they're 16 games into the season, and now you're starting. Both teams are 16 games into the season. You're looking for that continual improvement that gets you into the postseason, as Letcher Central will start, and that will be.
And let me clear up that Piper Adams is a 7th grader.
Yeah. And Bentley hits it off the block for a point.
She does not play like a 7th grader, but she is a 7th grader.
As her father came up and told us.
Yeah, I want to make sure we knew that.
Yep. Bentley with a long serve. Near it is Lowe. Nice job by Bentley. Stidham cross. And that's going to be off Stidham for the kill by Eldridge, and that's going to be 1-1. Want to say thoughts and prayers out to Ashley Hoskins, faculty member and wife of Shannon Hoskins.
Yes.
the Hometown 24 group, our thoughts and prayers are with you at this time. And service error for Eldridge, and that point will go to the Lady Patriots. Also to Noah Kilburn, who plays football for Leslie County, ending the season. So hope he mends well on the surgery. Pack hits it back. Nice job by Stidham. And Pollard there, that time it was really short, and she tried to draw it.
Yeah.
Didn't have enough elevation on the volleyball. Point 2-2.
They may be trying to run this quick set, but I think I would just put it up and let her go do her job.
Service error, and that will go to the Patriots, 3-2, as Miller will go to serve.
And you know what? You've played 16 games. Now you're not even considered a young team. This Letcher County Central's had to grow up fast, and you can see it. You can see a big difference in their play from the last game I've seen them, which was a couple of weeks ago. They were having a hard time covering over the blocks, and now so much better.
Adams with up. Comes to Bailey. Bailey off the block. Overpassed by Bentley, but it's saved, and it's going to be out of bounds. And that point will go to Letcher Central, 4-3, Lady Patriots.
And Napier's still, this is
and, you know, that's a part of a young team and part of a first-year coach is a lot of different things that transpire over time.
Oh, yes.
To get your team in the spot you want them to be. Nice block by Bailey off of Pack. Pack asks for it to come back, and he shorts it to Pollard. Back to Pollard, and Pollard hits it down. Point, Lady Pats, 5-3.
See, to me, that's what you do. I wouldn't fool with Pollard with these short sets. Just give her the ball and let her play it.
And her hitting percentage, I'd like to know what her hitting percentage is, because it's really good.
But you also have Pack and Lowe from Letcher Central that's not doing a bad job hitting, and Eldridge.
No. Double block that time by Bailey. And
see, they figured out that Pack is going down this line, so they've got to face Pack and put one at the angle of Pack.
6-3, Lady Patriots.
Nice up by Adams.
Pack across to Bailey.
That was actually a nice second set. If Bailey had wanted to hit that ball, she could have.
Cut shot by Bentley. Nice job up. Lucas did an outstanding job, too, of adjusting that. And she's done an outstanding job when her back's been to the net to move to something. So Lucas doing a nice job. As there is a warning by official Napier to somebody, I think on the bench.
I do too. I don't think it's Van Hoos.
No, she looked puzzled.
She looked coaching
puzzled.
She's coaching her girls.
But going back to Lucas has done an outstanding job of moving and getting her girls to the places. Now she's got to figure out, like you're talking about with Pat, what does she do differently?
Right.
Overpass, and Bailey hits it to Bailey. Bentley, nice up by Adams. Good job by Napier. Pack across. In system goes to Bentley, and Bentley makes a misstep. Mistimes it, and it's going to be point Letcher Central.
It is 5-7, Knott County Central, and Pack is up to serve for Letcher County Central.
I'm enjoying watching the coaches giving instructions to their players on the floor. Both doing an outstanding job. Bentley hits it down the line, and it is out.
And even when these girls are coming out of the game, they're saying, you know, good job. You need to just, you know, right now it's not a big step. It's a step left or a step right to be in the right spots.
And, you know, we're a month away from the district tournament.
Oh, so I know. Can you imagine?
It's going by quick. A nice serve by Pack. Free ball coming to Letcher Central. Nice job by Bailey. Lucas across to Eldridge off the block, and it's going to be score point for Letcher Central.
See, Knott County, since they're double blocking now, that wing on the opposite side, she's got to adjust her defense.
7-7. Nice serve by Pack. Overpass. Nice job of Miller getting it out of the net. Free ball. Sluss makes the call to Waddell. Waddell hits it long, and it's going to be point. Letcher Central, 8-7. And Coach Cornick
Central is going to call a timeout.
She realizes the momentum has shifted, and it's 8-7. And stay with us. We'll be right back in the set number 3.
For over 100 years, the Bank of Hyman has been committed to serving our community and serving the future of our families, homes, and businesses. With our new convenient online banking, viewing your account balance and history, transferring money, and paying bills has never been easier or more secure. And with the construction of our new headquarters, we've renewed our promise to Hyman to stand by our customers even in troubling economic times, because we're not just your bank, we're your neighbors. That's the Bank of Hyman. Log on to www.bankofhyman.com or give us a call at 606-785-3158.
Welcome back to set number 3. Knott Central up 2-0 on the sets. Letcher Central up in set number 3, 8-7. Pack still serving.
But let me tell you, both of these coaches are learning a lot about their team tonight.
Oh yeah,
This has been a competitive ever since warm-ups.
You do not learn, as you well know, you don't learn anything when you beat someone 25-4, 25-8. And these are the games that
exactly
overpass to Eldridge. And that is going to be a smart play by Lucas as nobody was there. Point, Letcher Central. And that is what makes you, when it comes tournament time, when you're tournament tested, playing these kind of matches.
I said every once in a while this setter has to get these teams off out of rhythm. Yeah.
And
it's not
did.
Bump, set, spike. Sometimes it's bump, set, push it over.
Sluss with a call over to Waddell. Waddell off the block, and it's going to be point. Knott County Central. Nice job by Sluss communicating and saying, I've got it. Yes. And you've seen that on both sides tonight.
This is the thing. Even when these setters are taken out, they have other people stepping up, and they're still getting good sets. They're not having a free ball. Everybody can set.
Eldridge over top of the block, but Miller was there. Bailey will bump it across. Long over to Eldridge, and that's going to be a double block by Bentley and Bailey, and that's going to be point. Knott County Central, 9-9.
That's a big wall.
Big wall.
And on the other side, when you put Law up there, that's a big wall. And Pack up there is a big wall.
That's exactly right. As you say, that Low comes in the game.
Now you're going to have Law and Eldridge will probably be double blocking on Letcher County Central side.
There's Baker, and you called it right there. Lucas back to Eldridge. Eldridge short. Baker's there. Back to Baker. Baker over the top. And that's going to be Dick and Cross. And that's going to be point, Knott County Central. As Miller will come in to serve. 10-10.
If you pay to get in this game, you got your money's worth already.
Definitely so, as Miller goes across to Miller, and that's going to be no touch. That's out, and the point will go to Letcher Central, 11-10. And for those that's tuning in, please patronize our sponsors they're giving us the ability to do the game tonight for you. That's going to be long, and that's going to be point, Knott County Central, and that will be Bentley, who last time she went on a row here for the Lady Patriots.
And I hear people talking about this, but we're on the TV and everybody's getting to see it. But look at the crowd that's here.
Oh, yeah.
So it really is not, this is for those people who can't get here for some reason or another. Could be work, health, other children playing sports.
And that's going to be a point for Knott County Central, 12-11. And for those that go to Knott County Central and Letcher Central, you get in free at their home game, so please go. Nice serve by Bentley. Nice job by Napier.
Yes, all these athletes deserve the support.
And Pollard off the block, and that's going to be point, Knott County Central.
See, that's a nice short set, but still yet that's giving Letcher County Central a chance to get their hands on that ball. I understand. I see what they're trying to do.
And that's going to be a point as it hits off the
And Adams was still playing the ball. That's
Yep.
I mean, these kids
Aggressive,
are
yes.
Yes, these kids are they're playing. There's no dead ball to them.
14-11.
Like I said, you have two good blocking teams, two good swinging teams, and two teams that pass the ball really well.
And there's what you were talking about with a higher one. So that was a little bit of a different set. Point Knott County Central, 15-11.
You see how Amelia had to go all the way out and get that, and she still brought it back for a very good set.
Baker off of Lowe's block, and it's point. And that's going to be a timeout for Letcher County Central, and it is 16-11. Knott Central in the third set. Stay with us.
See a penny? Pick it up and head to Appalachian Wireless and buy a new iPhone 13. One little old penny for an iPhone 13. Choose a 2-year contract or on the Mix and Match or Unlimited plan. Staying connected never goes out of style, and we make it easy with a new iPhone 13 for just a penny. Terms and conditions do apply. Visit AppalachianWireless.com for details. We are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
Welcome back to Knott County Central High School as we're at the Morton Combs Athletic Complex. Letcher Central down 16-11 in set number 3. Knott Central leading in sets 2-0. So nice timeout by Coach Van Hoos to try to break up the momentum here, and the serve of Bentley. And
I see Waddell's older sister has made her way in. She plays at Alice Lord College. She was always such a nice player, on and off the floor.
Yes, yes. Down the
that was
side
a nice
Bentley.
roll by Napier.
And that's an overpass, and it's going to be Coach Van Hoos says did not like that call. 17.
There's a lot of calls I didn't like either.
No.
I mean, not that I didn't like them. I just, keep everybody on their toes.
Yeah, including the officials.
Exactly. Yeah, there you go.
And that's off a block of Lowe, and that's going to be point, Knott County Central.
The Lowe is right there. Like I said, when this ball goes high to Pollard, it's hard for anybody to block. But when you set this ball low to Pollard, everybody's going to get their hands on the ball. That was a nice shot by Eldridge.
Excellent cut back against the grain. And that is a point, a very necessary and important point for Letcher Central trying to get back into this contest. 18-12, Knott County Central. Miller to Baker, hits it off of Pack on the block, goes to Lowe, which redirects it around Pollard for the point.
That's what, which, it's early in the season still yet, but that's what both these teams have got to keep working on is balls over and around these blocks.
And it's not going to cross, and that'll be point Letcher Central. And, Knott Central is going to see that this weekend. And Letcher Central goes to Lexington, and they're going to see some different styles of play. So both teams are going to get some good competition this weekend.
Yes. And you bring that back with you, and you use it.
Yes. Nice job by Eldridge to get it up, and it's going to be.
Napier went out. The dark off the floor, when you pass that, you're out of bounds. To keep you away from the rails and the seats.
Thank you for saying that. That's a safety concern.
Yes.
As Stidham will serve to Adams. Nice up to Lucas. And it goes down the line, and that's a nice shot that time. And that's a point for Letcher Central as Bailey will come in for Adams. Drew that volleyball down the line, and you mentioned it several times.
And Pack has made a living tonight on this line.
Lowe with a serve. Nice floater to Stidham. Miller. Free ball to Letcher Central. Pack off the block of Pollard. And that's going to be over violation.
Yeah, Miller was in the net.
I think that's the first net violation we've had tonight. Point, Letcher Central as they draw closer.
So you can see how strong these two teams are on the net because they both played the net really tight.
Yes. Oh, nice play. And that's going to be 4 as
Pollard looks like she's dunking the basketball.
19-17, not Central as Lowe will serve. Nice serve.
Nice up by Bentley.
Waddell, nice job by Eldridge. Lucas to Pack, and it's no touch, and it's going to go long. And we had a touch call. We had a touch call. So the point will go to Letcher City. I was watching that time, Betty Bond.
I can't even tell the ball's going so fast. All I can tell if I watch for the movement of the ball and if it goes up or down.
I wonder if they got the little camera on like the NCAA.
They need something.
Yeah. Short set to Pollard, and it is going to be. That's in. Yes. I was waiting and I was looking off. Point goes to Knott Central, 2016. And for those volleyball fans, you need to get down to watch UK, Alice Lloyd, all these NCAA, NIA schools that plays women's volleyball. You need to go out and watch them. It's excellent. Pack to Stidham as Bentley calls her off. Free ball to Letcher Central.
Nice up by Eldridge.
Lucas off to Pack off of Bailey, and there's Pollard. Point. 21-17.
See, this is where Letcher Central's going to have to adjust. They've got to get somebody to block Pollard.
Well, it's kind of like when you throw a 98. You tell the team you're going to throw a 98-mile-an-hour fastball, and you still can't hit it sometimes.
Exactly.
Nice serve, nice up by Adams.
And it's not that Letcher Central's not trying. They just.
No. And they keep going back. Nice job that time, Lucas.
Pack's played a smart game. She understands when she's ready to hit, and they've got nice rolls. So
nice job by Bailey.
Oh, nice job by Bailey.
Double hit or a lift, and that's going to be point. Letcher Central. Smart play by Bailey. I did say I was going to say something bad about her on TV, but I won't.
I like that both teams are just playing so hard.
Yes, they are. A nice hit by Pollard. And even in the ebb and flow and the lows and the ups, both teams have been really upbeat. And both coaches have been upbeat.
Yes.
Sluss with the serve. Napier to Lucas, goes back to Bailey, and Bailey shorts it to the sideline. Back to Bailey. Nice play by Adams. and she puts her hand over her mouth. So I can't believe I just did that. The enthusiasm of a middle schooler.
There's one thing about Adams has a good time playing. That's what I like to see.
And that's what I love about volleyball in all levels.
Both of these teams are there. I haven't seen nothing negative from one team to the other.
No.
Both teams are just playing hard.
Absolutely none. Eldridge.
That's a nice shot by Eldridge.
Top of the double block.
Yes.
And point for Letcher County Central.
I actually think Eldridge went right through the block. You had, I think they got there late.
Their hands a little bit, wasn't close enough to
exactly, and she went right through.
I did say I'm going to the eye doctor, so I can't see really good.
And it is 20-22, Knott Central and Letcher Central serving.
Nice job. Back to Bentley. Bentley over the top, and that's going to be out. And it's going to be an overrule. Overruled by the up official, and the point will go to Knott County Central. And that's going to be out, and that's going to be 23-21 Knott County Central. And Adams needs a bunch here for the Lady Cougars.
Nice up by Stidham.
Oh, nice block.
Yes.
Come across the line. And that's going to be in, and that's going to set up match point for Knott County Central, 24-21 as Miller will come in to serve.
I've watched that play several times. I'm not understanding how there's such a big hole on that side. I don't know. I'm trying to figure that one out. And I'm sure that Van Hoos will take care of that.
Yeah.
Very knowledgeable young coach.
She'll watch our video probably a little bit.
Yes.
Miller goes to Bentley, the block, and nice job by Bentley getting it back up. Free ball.
See what a smart play. That's what.
Deep right
That's what.
corner.
Yes.
Free ball to Knott County Central, short set, and that's going to be in, and that's going to be the match. As Knott Central will take it 3-0 in sets.
And we had several players for Knott County that we were talking about, but to me, Pollard just hit the ball so well.
So the Alice Lloyd College player of the game will go to Miss Faith Pollard.
But both teams was a great team effort.
Yeah, I was going to ask you what you thought about it. And, Letcher Central will take a lot from this game. They're going into playing in Lexington.
Exactly.
Knott Central will take the hard-earned victory and go into the All-A Classic. We will not have a game next week in volleyball. Friday night, the Hazard-Breathitt County game will be on 24, and that will be WJSN will be doing that game. And then the following week, we will be at Letcher Central for Breathitt County, David Adams, Jim Bob McCauley, and myself. And then volleyball, check with us and keep up with us on Hometown 24. And we thank you. We thank everybody for tuning in. And when you see us again, thank all the people that sponsor sports on Hometown 24. So for Betty Vaughn, Mr. Woolham,